This is Modern Service Mastery, business school with boots on. Real lessons, real talk, and real growth for the residential service industry. Let's get to work.
All right, let's dive in. Dependability is one of those things that's easy to overlook until it isn't there. It's not just about showing up on time. It's about being that person your team or your clients can count on every single day.
Yeah, like nobody really notices when you consistently refill the gas cans, but miss it one time and suddenly you've got no chainsaw, and the client's waiting, arms crossed. It's a whole thing.
Exactly. And that's what makes dependability so powerful. It's the quiet stuff. Neuroscience even backs this up. When you're reliable, you're triggering this thing called oxytocin in the brain. Basically, it's that chemical that helps people trust you more.
Wait, trust is literally a brain reaction? That's wild.
It is. But here's the thing. It's got to be consistent to stick. Ever hear the saying, reputation takes a lifetime to build and a moment to destroy? Same deal with dependability. It's those little everyday habits, like making sure you have the equipment you need for the day and double-checking your trailer hookup, that build your reputation over time.
All right, but tell me this, Mike. What happens when someone doesn't come through? Like, how bad can it get?
Oh, man, let me tell you a story. So there was this contractor, Mike, totally dependable, had a six-figure job pouring driveways, and everything was running smooth until his concrete supplier just didn't show. No call, no warning, nothing. The entire project backed up. His crew's on overtime, his repeat clients furious, and now, who looks bad?
Mike.
Exactly, not the supplier. Because in the client's eyes, you're the face of the brand. So if you don't follow through, communicate, or rally to fix it, you're finished.
Man, that's brutal. But it's so true. I mean, even small stuff like not logging materials after a job, that snowballs, right? It's all in the boring follow-through.
Right, Jake. The boring follow-through is what builds trust. It's what turns you into that human warranty, someone who always delivers. Because like I always say, it's not the epic saves that earn trust. It's the quiet, consistent wins.
Like watering those plants every morning before they fry in the heat?
Exactly. It's the stuff no one notices until you stop doing it. Being dependable isn't about the glory. It's about showing up day in and day out.
All right, I'm sold. So what's next? How do we call out the folks who need a little nudge? Let's talk about those nudges. Picture this. We're on a job site. Team's ready, tools are prepped, and the trailer's loaded. Then Devin, new guy, rolls up late. Mike, you know the type, right?
Oh yeah, I think we've all met a Devin. Let me guess. Traffic was crazy.
Bingo. The guy lives 10 minutes away. Everyone's annoyed. Sarah's running around trying to juggle the schedule, and we're already behind before we've even started. The thing is, it's not just about being late. It's that ripple effect. Goes straight to morale. Suddenly, it's not just about Devin. Everyone's off sync.
Exactly. Dependability is like the glue holding that schedule together. When even one piece slips, the whole structure shifts. And here's the kicker. It's fixable. It's about setting expectations up front and, holding to them.
Yeah, like what Sarah did that day. She laid it out. Devin, it's not traffic, it's planning. You showing up late doesn't just mess your day, it messes your whole team. Direct, but no drama. I actually learned a lot just watching her handle it.
That's solid leadership. It's always better to address issues early before they fester. And listen, communicating when you're running late, it's not rocket science. A quick text goes a long way to managing expectations and keeping trust intact.
Totally. And, it's the same with promises. I've gotten into the habit of writing stuff down. Like if I tell someone I'll replace a leaky hose, I stick to it. Trust comes from follow-through, not flashy moves.
That's a game changer right there. Managers aren't just looking for technical skills, they're looking for reliability. That LinkedIn stat you mentioned earlier today, 85% of managers would rather promote someone dependable over someone with slightly better skills. That's a big deal.
And let's be real, it hits your wallet too. That study, we're talking about earning almost $3,000 more a year on average just for showing up and doing what you say you're going to do.
Right, and listen, there's this other layer to dependability. It's how it impacts the people around you. Your team starts leaning on you, knowing you're the one who always comes through. That's leadership in action, even if you're not officially the boss.
You lead by example. Like when I say to you, thanks, you did me a real solid there this morning. You helped me out without being asked, right?
Absolutely. It's a solid. It's not the flashy hero moves. It's the steady, solid effort, those trust deposits day in and day out. So next time you're tempted to skip the boring follow-through, think about how you're setting the tone for your team and your career. Go out of your way to over-deliver on your promises.
All right, Mike, I gotta ask, what about folks who aren't picking up that habit? How do you nudge them without wrecking the vibe?
All right, Jake, that's a good question. Let's talk about it. How do we take dependability from being just about individual habits to turning it into something a team lives and breathes? Creating a culture where everyone supports and holds each other accountable.
Yeah, culture's where it's at. And honestly, it starts with everyone owning their part. Simple stuff. Double check that you have everything, show up 10 minutes early, communicate when you're running behind. It's not rocket science, but it sets the tone.
And that tone, Jake, is everything. Think of it like this. When you show up prepared, you're not just handling your job. You're giving the whole team a smoother start. Like that morning you told me about when your crew got all the prep work handled before you even got there. That saved hours, right?
Oh, totally. We had the tools lined up, the trailer was loaded, and every piece of gear checked twice. We hit that job site running while the other crew, we'll call them the Devon Squad, was still scrambling to untangle extension cords. It's those little habits that add up.
Exactly, and that's where phrases like "do me a solid" come in. It's simple, it's universal, and it gives your team a quick way to talk about dependability without sounding corporate. Like, you see someone stepping up to help without being asked, texting ahead when they're running late, staying 10 minutes after to sweep up. That's a solid.
Yeah, I heard one of my guys say it last week. Hey, can you do me a solid and check the fittings before we load up? I cracked up because we've been saying it for years, but for real, it meant something. It wasn't just words, it was crew code for, I trust you, I can count on you, we're solid.
Love it, Jake. That's what we're talking about. Embedding something into the culture until it's second nature. And for anyone listening, here's the takeaway. Dependable habits aren't optional. They're your foundation, the glue that holds your reputation together.
Yeah, no alarms, no surprises, because you don't want your team or your clients wondering whether you'll come through. You want them to just know, this guy's solid.
Right. And here's your action plan for tomorrow, folks. Start small. Set your alarms 10 minutes earlier. Double check your tools before you hit the road, and write down one promise you made, then follow through. That little checklist, it's where your reputation begins.
And here's one more for the mix. Recognize someone in your crew who had your back today. That one shout out can ignite a chain reaction of dependability. I mean, who doesn't want to be the person that gets noticed for making life easier?
And don't keep it just to yourself. Drop it in the social feed. We want to hear your stories. What's one small thing that makes your team dependable? Or tell us about the most reliable person you've ever worked with. What stuck with you? Share the lessons, spread the culture.
Yeah, because this isn't just about you, it's about everyone you work with. Lift your team, set the bar high, and man, don't forget to enjoy the ride. You earned it.
And on that note, we'll wrap for today. But remember, dependability doesn't start with titles. It starts with trust. Show up early. Be prepared. Follow through. Whether you're watering plants or sharpening blades, those quiet wins build the reputation that drives your career forward.
All right, now go out there and crush it. And hey, do me a solid, don't skip those action items. They're what make it stick in the real world.
We're rooting for you. And as always, keep the boots on, brains on, and let's go.
Thanks for listening to Modern Service Mastery Business School with Boots On. If this episode helped you lead, grow, or think differently, share it with your crew and keep the momentum going.